There's three pieces to creating a system that gets you to these numbers. We call those the 3 M's. These are the fundamentals for marketing success. We've got the message, or what we're going to say, the market, who we're going to say it to, and the media, or how we're going to say it. So these are the three pieces that you need to have in place in order to hit those goals. So let's jump in and talk about each one of these a little bit. The first one up is the market, or the who. Who are we going to talk to? Now, when I ask a lot of business owners, who's your ideal customer? And they say, well, any homeowner, anybody that owns their home, or anybody that has a construction company, or an interior designer, something like that, right? But in reality, even in the world of the homeowner, there is a specific set of people that if they match these things, they're probably a really good potential audience for you, right? So it's very smart to start to kind of build out your customer avatar or persona, and really kind of start building the specific thing. And the reason is, when we get to the message in the media, you'll know who you're talking to, right? You'll have a very specific type of person that you're speaking to. In the worksheet, the workbook, there is a avatar worksheet that you can see. And then there's a couple pages here with different things that you can talk about to yourself, write down, make a list of, listen to your calls as they come in. Are that a lot of people saying the same types of things? And from that, you'll come up with a pretty good idea. Let me go back, of demographics. So how old is this person typically? Are they married? What is their average household income? Those kinds of things related to a specific type of person. And then talk about frustrations, pains. What are they struggling with? Or what is the thing that that urges them to call you? Why do they call you? Sometimes maybe it's repairs, or maybe it's that they have a third shift job and need blackout shades, right? There's a lot of different reasons why they might be calling you. Start to write those down. What are they trying to ultimately solve? And the solve is not a blackout shade in the window. The problem that person's trying to solve is they need to get sleep during the day when it's bright out, right? That's the problem that they're solving. So think about those things. What is the ultimate problem that they're solving, not just your solution to get them there? Fears and implications. So what are they worried about when they pick up the phone and call you? Before they even hit that last number on the phone, what is the thing that's on their mind that they're worried about? Maybe I'm not going to do business with these people, right? Is it that they don't have any idea what it's going to cost, or they think they're going to get ripped off, or a contractor is going to come into my house and drag mud through the carpet? I don't know. A lot of different things it could be. Installs not going well and it taking a month before everything's in place. These are different things that people consider before they even dial. Now, goals and desires, obviously, this is what I was talking about with the blackouts. What is the ultimate goal here? What is it that they want to do? And then you'll notice on this list that there's some things beyond just solving that specific issue, but this type of person, from the demographics, what are their goals and desires overall? Obviously, more income, more wealth, successful kids, right? Travel, these kinds of things. Typically, that sort of an audience has all these same kind of goals and desires mixed in to them. So if you can see Joe Smith through Joe Smith's eyes, you'll know how to sell what Joe Smith buys. That's a cute little saying there, but it's very specific about an avatar. And if you know who that person is, then we can start talking about what are we going to say to that person, right? So let's talk a little bit about that. Why should that avatar choose to do business with you over a competitor? This is a big one. Why would they think, oh, this is the obvious choice? Let's say there's a list of 10 competitors. Let's say they typed in window treatments near me and Google gave them a list of people. What would make them choose yours over any of the others besides position in there? Let's just say they're not in any sort of order. Why would they choose your business? So think about some ideas, and we'll talk about a couple of these. And then what benefits do you offer to them that they'll resonate with. So these are all pointing back to that avatar, those fears and those goals, those kinds of things. So what can you craft? How can you craft some sort of an offer that they'll say, "Oh, that's what I'm looking for," right? And then, of course, the my favorite: what pain points can you poke at that will resonate with them too? So not always just the benefits that you can offer, or this is how we can help you hit that solution. Are there pain points that you can poke at with the blackout issue? Are you tired of going to work tired? Something like that because you can't sleep. These are great pain points that you can use. So here's some ideas for you. Same day or emergency services. Maybe that's a good one. Satisfaction guarantee, 30-day money back guarantee, or we're always on time. We'll take our shoes off. These kinds of things are fantastic. Now, pre or during the COVID era, obviously those where we wash our hands and we'll wear a mask, and if they'll even let you in the home, those things have maybe passed a little bit, but probably still worth having on your radar as potential ways that people could want to do business with you. Now, the other side of this is reviews. Obviously, when somebody goes to do business with a company, most times they check reviews nowadays. My wife wouldn't even think of booking a hotel without reading 50 or 100 reviews first, and that goes to a lot of businesses, from us choosing where to go to dinner, something like that. Let me check out the reviews before we go to this new place. Now, one thing I should say about reviews is there's a difference between reviews and testimonials besides just semantics. Testimonials are typically reviews that you've posted on your website, and that's great. It's great for trustworthiness, trust factors, trust signals, those kinds of things for visitors to your website. However, Google pays no attention to those. So putting those on your site is not going to help you from Google's standpoint. It's just going to be for people that visit your website, right? So reviews need to be on review platforms. Now, the big one is Google. Facebook has a reputation area. Yelp has one. A lot of these third-party platforms have reviews, and some of them are trusted, some of them are not. But having these reviews on these platforms are trusted because you can't manipulate them. I think that's the big thing there. So make sure that your focus is on getting more reviews, really more Google reviews. At the end of the day, that's the big one. And then, start to diversify and get some reviews maybe on some other platforms as well. The big thing with reviews is something called social proof. And social proof is a weird thing where we tend not to engage with something if nobody else is. But if a lot of people are engaging with whatever this is, in our case, leaving reviews, we're more likely to do the same thing, or we're more likely to take action because other people are interacting with it. Reviews is the easy one. If you look at this option here, these guys, 𝗖𝗟𝗦𝗧𝗘𝗥, 61 reviews, 4.8 stars. That's pretty stellar. That's great. Then we've got Biscayne Decor with 5.0 stars, but only 5 reviews. That's their 5 relatives that all left 5-star reviews, right? And then we've got the Shade Store, who has more reviews, 14, but an average 3.9 on the average. So yeah, probably not doing business with them, right? So in this case, the only option here, for the most part, for most humans, is Shades by Design. That is the option. So getting those reviews up online and getting a decent amount of them and just kind of blowing away the competition is a great way to go about getting more business. So make the case for your business. What is the thing that you do? And maybe we could put that into a sentence of some sort, like we'll have the right parts or you don't pay, that kind of I don't know if you want to call it a guarantee, but maybe a slogan, tagline, something like that just, kind of helps you when we get to the point of actually rolling out ads and things like that. This is the thing that we're most known for, right? And if you go back again and look at your avatar's pains and your avatar's goals, this can help you create this little sentence or tagline if you want. Now, the benefits of knowing your audience or knowing your message: you're going to be talking specifically to your avatar. right? You're gonna be able to speak specifically to that type of person and not just saying, anybody that's a homeowner, give us a call. That's pretty generic. So gives the customer a reason to take action. They'll resonate with your ad, or they'll resonate with the tagline on the side of your van, whatever it happens to be. They'll feel a little bit less like a customer because they feel like there's a connection with your company right off the bat. Makes it easier for them to call and set up that appointment in the first place. All right, now I want to talk about the media. How are we going to say this stuff? So we built out who we're talking to, and we built out what we're going to say. Now, how are we going to do it? So the first and most important piece is your website. Your website is the hub of everything that you do online. It's the main piece that even if somebody doesn't engage with your business one-on-one, it's still affecting the other platforms that they maybe are engaging with. So it's very important. And when it comes to the website, it needs to convert. So I mentioned this earlier about pretty websites are pretty, but do they convert? So is this website built in a way that pushes people toward some sort of next step? I call it the obvious next step. Here's an example of the Stitch Room. These guys have an obvious next step. You can do the chat, or you can do the request a consultation. It's obvious. And some of them are even more obvious with different colors, but there's just, what is the one thing that they need me to do on this? So does your website do this? A lot of websites don't. A lot of websites are missing the very specific calls to action that need to be on these websites. And it could be a button that's in a different color, or something that is just some sort of call out that makes what they're looking at, their eyes just naturally move towards that thing. So very important that your website converts people to the next step, which is almost always set an appointment, right?